Alright, John's washing the car right now. Gotta make sure we wash the car before we detail it, obviously.
You guys see this? This is what happens when you have an SUV.
Yeah.
And you're fucking short.
When you have an SUV, you gotta use a long, extended
Unless you're tall enough.
wash mitt.
So even after loading the car, you can't reach shit up here. You gotta get the pull.
That's right. I would help, but I'm already helping him clay bar and ceramic pro the car.
Screw you, Mom. Screw you, Mom.
Sorry, John. You got this. Just make sure it's spick and span.
Alright, get the hard part over with. Oh, look who's helping now. Look who's helping.
Gotta help him out, man.
After I finished the whole damn car already, pretty much.
You always want to work from the top down. That's the key. You want to wipe down here and bring it up. They're just going to fly everywhere.
You're so indecisive, what I'm saying. Trying to catch the beat, make up your heart. Don't know if you're happy or complaining. Don't want for us to end, where do I start? First you wanna go to the left, then you wanna turn right. Wanna argue all day, making love all night. First you're up, then you're down, and then this way. Oh, I really wanna know.
We're going to start clay barring the surface. It looks amazing right now, but really, it's not. It's not slick. We're going to start clay barring the car. See, John already started over here using Mother's instant detailer with the clay bar.
The car's not that old, so it's really not that dirty. There's like one fender right here.
Yeah, it's not really that
So not
bad.
that dirty, but we want to get off anything on it before we seal it.
Well, make sure you pull the tag off the towel. Yeah, always do that. As you can see, it's a lot shinier now with just the detailer and clay bar. That's what we're trying to achieve here. We got the whole car to do today. So I would start with the fender, then do the doors, and then do the quarter panel, and then we'll do bumpers last. All right, so back on the camera. You haven't seen me most of the video, but we're gonna start detailing the car now. I'm gonna set the camera up on my side. He's gonna have the other camera on his side, and we're gonna start detailing this. All right, so I'm on the microphone, so you guys can hear me talking. We're gonna use Quick Detailer as our lubricant, and we're gonna have clay bar here. Brand new clay bar. It's still soft, still nice. So we want to knead it as much as you can, and then just pull it out on itself like that, and that will be your surface. So a couple sprays, spray on the car. The goal is to just go back and forth. You don't want to push into the clay bar, you just want to just glide it. You want to reapply a little bit of lubricant and go up and down. You don't want to do swirls, you don't want to be sporadic. Simply crisscross. The car is fairly new, so there's not going to be a lot of contaminants on here, but it is important to be thorough. Try to get most of the surface where dirt will collect. Usually just a back and forth motion should do it. So once the surface is done, just wipe it off. The clean microfiber towel. You know, a medium pile to a high pile fiber is okay. This right here is a medium pile. You don't want something too light. You want to grab as much as the detailer off the car as possible. And now we move on to the next panel. A little history about me and John. I met him back in 2006, 2007 in high school. Didn't really like each other. We eventually became friends through a mutual friend. So, you know, we became friends. We met at a car meet, and you know, after the fact, you know, we became really close after that. you know, everything snowballed. And now he's like a brother to me. We also met our friend Dylan, the one that drives the black ISF in my videos. It was us three pretty much growing up. Yeah, it's almost about a decade since I've known them, and a lot of memories. You know, we stuck around. That's when I had my Integra. He had his SI, what the hell? He had his Lexus IS 350 when it was blue, navy blue. Dylan had an orange RSX, and we just jumped around, you know. Our first crew that we were in was Team Sunworks, based off of Texas, but branched off to Arkansas and Florida. That was our first team. We met more people, more friends. Met one of our best friends, Troy Huynh. He's a professional, self-made photographer. You know, best friend, known him for about 7-8 years. A couple years after I met John and Dylan, we all met him together. You know, good friend of ours. You know, shout out to him for his success. You know, I pray we all make it far. But yeah, about Troy, just a teaser. We have something coming up next week for him. So stay tuned. I'll see. He got a new car, so I can't wait to show people, man. It's gonna be crazy. Just thought I'd save some time and do a panel before I record again. Yeah, this panel right here has a lot of contamination in it. I'm assuming from the wheels kicking up the dirt. So, I'm gonna move fast, try to save some time. So, one thing you guys need to know when you guys clay bar the car, it takes pretty much almost everything off the surface of the car. Dirt, debris, anything embedded, even the wax. So, if you're just gonna do a quick detail job on the weekend, you know, on your free time, if you're gonna clay bar the car, you need to protect it. You gotta wax it, you gotta seal it some way, because you really don't want this thing to be exposed to the elements. If you guys are ever interested in watching detail stuff, the people that I actually watch on YouTube to learn about detailing is one, Ammo NYC with Larry, or two, Obsessed Garage with Matt. Both well-educated guys. The way I'm shooting this video now is actually based off the style of Matt from Obsessed Garage. He actually just sets up a mic, camera, and starts talking, starts detailing, starts talking about stuff. It's kind of how this is inspired right here. Might be boring for some, you know, but definitely fun to watch, especially that there's something to talk about. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish up the upper area and the roof, and we're gonna start on the hood and the bumpers, and we should be ready for Ceramic Pro. We just finished claying the car. We just finished drying it off with a new rag. So now we're gonna add the ceramic coating. So we're gonna be using the ceramic coating here with an applicator, okay, from CarPro. It's a rough foam and a soft sponge here. This is a brand new suede / like felt cloth. We're gonna do the fender first. We just need a couple dabs. I'm gonna put about 3 dabs on here, so 1, 2. Essentially, that's 3 dabs. It does drip out like really quickly, so just be careful with it. We're gonna start in the corner and just move up and down. You want to make sure you overlay about half of the surface that you're coating. Start over again. Again, make sure you cross over. And now we're gonna turn it 90 degrees and just go back and forth. Just make sure that the coating is completely covered and that you don't have any streaks, because that's the worst thing that can happen once it dries. So just back and forth. And to be safe, you can switch it back to 90 degrees and go back up and down. Should be good. So then we leave it like that. It'll dry, but you want to make sure you inspect it, that there's no streaks or blemishes, because if there is, you need to get it off right away before it cures. But that's it. That's pretty much the easiest way to apply the Ceramic Pro. I only did this surface area here because the body lines kind of like gives me sections to work on. So right now I'm gonna recoat this with maybe 1 or 2 dabs and then work on this body line. Then once that's done, I'm gonna work on the top part of the fender and then just go over everything again and then just leave it. Once you finish coating it, you wanna let it dry and not touch it. You wanna move to the next panel. Right now I'm gonna finish up this fender and I'm gonna let John do the next fender, and then we'll just go from there.